Your number 2 was?
Mine was the Montgomery Biscuits.
Montgomery Biscuits. Why do I feel like Colonel Sanders named that team?
I think it was the owner, the original owner.
He's got to be.
Yeah. He had a team outside of Oklahoma called the Fried Chickens.
The Oklahoma KFCs.
Yeah.
That don't make no sense. All right, so now we've come to the point where we're at the honorable mentions, and I have a whole ton of them.
Yeah, we might have to rapid fire.
Yeah.
These.
I'd say
I'm just gonna read through them.
Rip off yours.
Should we just bounce around, just keep going until we all run out, or do you want to do all yours?
Oh, we can do whatever. We'll bounce around. How about
Let's
that?
bounce around.
I'll start it. Binghamton Rumble Ponies.
That's a Rumble Pony.
We got the Oklahoma Beaver Dusters.
Yes, yes, the Beaver Dusters. When a beaver's been unused for a while, you gotta dust it off. That's what they say.
So who says?
They.
Trojan.
You know, them.
They hit on the head.
the other people.
Their mascot does hold a broom. They do sell T-shirts, so it's legit.
Gotta dust off that old beaver and
What about you, Dan?
let's just go with the biscuits was on mine.
Mine too.
I got the Akron Rubber Ducks.
The Rubber Ducky.
Rubber Ducks.
One.
That's fantastic.
Tony.
Centrilla High School Orphans and Annies.
That's the best.
That is okay. That'll get you pumped up.
I've got the Dallas Desperados.
Okay.
Dan Beebe.
They didn't know the Desperados.
In the realm of arena football.
Yeah.
How about the New York Dragons for the hell of it?
New York Dragons. Yep.
Love it.
What about you, O'Shea?
Well, I don't know if we said this one already, but the Scottsdale Community College Fighting Artichokes.
I've got them. That would have been coming
because
up.
Nothing inspires fear in the heart
I've got
like
the
an artichoke.
Blooming Prairie, Minnesota High School Awesome Blossoms.
Awesome Blossoms.
Yes.
That replaces. I'm going to start saying that. That gets rid of Awesome Sauce. Awesome Blossom.
It kind of like rhymes. It's like Savannah Banana.
All right, we got the team that should be called the T-Bows, the Columbia Fireflies.
Yes.
Dan Beebe, you got any more?
I got the Batavian Muck Dogs. Was that
The
one?
Muck Dogs. Yes. O'Shea, go.
Let's see.
You're Gaucher from now on.
Gaucher. I got the Albuquerque Isotopes. It's because they're imbalanced or whatever.
Yeah. Science high school. Actually,
it's a reference to The Simpsons, the Springfield
Isotopes.
team name. Yeah, it was the Isotopes.
Dan Beebe and I were in the same chemistry class in high school. There were a lot of, what was that soccer team from Norway's team?
Farts?
Yeah, there were a lot of those. Tony, what have you got?
The most arrogant team name of all time, the Williamsport, Pennsylvania High School Millionaires.
Oh my God!
That's Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Aren't they like the only multi-time winner of Little League World Series?
They very well could be. Score update: Yankees just homered. It's 5-2.
Not even close. Anyways, continuing on because I've got a ton more. UC Santa Cruz Banana Slugs.
Yes, I knew you had that one. That's why they weren't on my list because that's just you got the bananas, the banana slugs. When they go at it, what happens?
Lots of bananas.
What about you, Dan?
It gets
Off
bananas.
the top of my head, the New York Liberty.
Why is that funny? It doesn't have to be funny. Because it's women's basketball.
And there goes a whole other section of people.
Listen, it's okay. I can say that. I broadcasted Albany women's basketball game for years.
That doesn't justify it.
But that doesn't?
No.
I can't. No offense, but that doesn't work.
You need to say that beforehand.
Oh, okay. Anyways, Gaucher.
Let's see. I've got the Mount Clemens Battling Bathers.
Ooh, that sounds steamy.
Why are these bathers battling? That sounds steamy. I love it.
Just to reflect on earlier, it doesn't really, alleviate the intent if you went in with the full intent to douche on it. But,
I didn't mean to stab you, but oops, it happened. Yeah. Tony, you got any more?
Yes, Yuma, Arizona Criminals.
The Criminals.
Nothing
Role
like
models for the community.
Exactly.
I've got the Toronto Argonauts of the CFL.
Oh.
Dan Beebe, do you have any more?
I pass for now. I'm going to look up a few more.
All right. Go, Shay. What you got?
I've got the Watersmeet Nimrods, and this isn't like a very old school name that was like before Bugs Bunny, made Nimrod into an insult. And they just apparently were like, oh no, people are totally going to remember that Nimrod's a biblical hunter and not word for an idiot thanks to Bugs Bunny.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know. Tony, you got any more?
Oh no, I'm out. I'm cashed.
All right, so I'm sticking with the CFL. I got the Edmonton Eskimos.
I like it. Makes sense for Edmonton, though. I've got... Oh, this should have made my top 5, actually. I've got, from Japanese baseball, the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters.
Ham Fighters. Their logo is glorious. It's a guy with a samurai sword fighting a ham with a samurai sword.
I love Japan.
Yeah.
There's no other words you can have for fighting ham.
Columbia College fighting koalas.
Yes, that was on my list too, and that is another one that it just strikes fear into your enemies.
I got a couple more here. I got some NBA teams: the Utah Jazz and the Washington Wizards. Number one, you take the Jazz from New Orleans, where
there's no jazz in Utah,
right? And you can just move it right out to the middle of nowhere,
and no nightlife.
That too. But also, you figure Washington, how much magic's really going on there?
More than Orlando.
Dark.
What you got, Dan O'Shea?
I think my last one here before my number one. Well, obviously this one didn't make the list. Was the Fort Wayne Tin Caps.
Ooh, yeah.
It's another fearful one.
I've got a couple more. One that hits close to home for 3 of us. Back in the day, UAlbany used to be called New York State Normal School. They've gone through many different school names. New York State Teachers College, etc.
That one I knew.
Their mascot at one point was a gentleman named Pedowin the Penguin. The school were the Albany Pedagogues.
What
Pedagogues.
the hell's a pedagogue?
I don't know.
I can see why they changed it.
Other ones off the top of my head, the St. Peter's Peacocks.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
What about the Delaware Blue Hens?
That's a pretty bad
peacocks
one.
get big and they threaten other peacocks,
They're
but I
beautiful.
guess they don't really threaten anything else.
They don't really yell intimidation. What about the New Orleans Pelicans?
It's the state bird of Louisiana, so I understand it.
Ugh.
The Atlanta Thrashers.
The Atlanta Thrashers
Yes,
is a good team.
that's a small bird, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
Very tiny.
It sounds ferocious. Oh, they're gonna thrash you.
The Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about any team that names their team Predators?
Sure.
Predators. Let's think of the word here. Like if right now, for the sake of argument, if I was the Penguins, I would totally have Hansen come out and drop the puck against them. The guy from To Catch a Predator? Come on.
I do have to.
You don't think that would be funny?
Say the banana hammocks?
Well, that's pretty good too.
I do have to give one MLB team a lot of credit. They went with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Not only were they going to say we're in Los Angeles, we're going to be specific and just say, hey, this is where we are.
I'm pretty sure I remember them considering Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, of California, of the United States, of the Western Hemisphere,
Right.
of the planet Earth and the Milky Way galaxy.
Anything to one up the Dodgers, of course.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's going to be it for our honorable mentions.
Yeah.
We did a lot of mentioning. Actually,
Several
there was one other one that I really like. UC Santa, I believe it's Santa Barbara. They're the Gauchos.
The Gauchos.
The Gaucho. I don't know, but it sounds nice.
Neither do they.
There was one other one that I heard was I forget what the school is, but they're like the Gorlaks or something.
Oh, yeah.
Gorlaks.
They're made up.
I know.
It's not a thing.
The reason they named him that is because of like where the two streets intersect in the middle of the school. It's like Gordon
really?
something and like Lockwood. So they're like, oh yeah, we're the Gorlaks. It's like that's not even anything. At least a sea wolf is a mythical, made-up creature. You just put two streets together and made up something. That's like Donald Trump's treatment.
Their mascot is like a lion because they gave the description of like I think it was like a Saint Bernard's face, which is I don't know, and then like the paws of a bear, and somehow the design team made it into a lion.
Whatever. Anyways, there's one team that's not real that I have to give a shout out to, and that is the London Silly Nannies.
The Silly Nannies, yes. Love that.
So without further ado, we get to number 1. Now, I'm going to preface this with saying the reason I have this team as my number 1 is because I am extremely immature. All right, now, we all know what a golden shower is. I mean, there's
That's become
Don't
very
Google that.
well known.
Specifically, don't Google that at work.
There's no reason for us to explain what a golden shower is. But what if we were to magnify the shower and get the Tulsa Golden Hurricane? How incredibly vicious is a golden hurricane? The biggest problem that I have is that it's the University of Tulsa and not Trump University.
I was going to say, I'm surprised our president isn't spending more time there instead of Mar-a-Lago.
Well, I mean, golden hurricane is just like I'm probably going to be so hated for this, but golden hurricane just sounds like the absolute worst time. Like, if I could, like, what is one thing that I don't want to walk into, and that's a golden hurricane.
I don't think anybody does.
I mean, R. Kelly's girlfriends.
Good number 1, though. Good number 1.
Solid.
All right, Dan Beebe, what have you got for your number 1 team name?
Number 1, tapped at the moment. I have to look one up. I went over all mine.
Oh, I went over all of
You
yours.
gotta save the best for last.
Yeah, save the best for
You will
last.
learn, young Padawan.
It was the Beaver Dusters, but
Oh, Beaver
The
Dusters.
Beaver Dusters is a good
Beaver
number
Dusters
1.
all allow you to use it as your
Yeah.
number 1.
Yeah.
That was too good to be true.
Yeah, I couldn't
I had-
believe that was a real thing.
I had jotted down here. I think that one stole the show.
Yeah, no,
it was-
that should definitely be a
Oh,
number 1.
That was golden. Not quite a golden hurricane.
Right, or a Golden Knight, right?
Yeah. Ugh.
Which,
Well,
there's rumors that Alexander Ovechkin wants to play for the Golden Knights.
Maybe, because maybe he thinks he can win a playoff game there.
Maybe. If not, he can just live in Vegas.
That's true.
Gaucher, what's your number 1?
I have an NCAA baseball out of California.
so we know it's never on TV.
The Long Beach State Dirtbags.
Oh, man.
I'm sure these are just lovely young
Professional
athletes
gentlemen.
that just happen to be dirtbags.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys caught like the most recent MLB commercials, but they do have one with Jason Kipnis from the Cleveland Indians, and his nickname is actually Dirtbag.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Too
That's
bad
nice.
he didn't play for the Dirtbags.
Really?
Oh, maybe
he
he
might
did.
have.
Maybe. Yeah.
Really quickly, there is one other that I forgot for an honorable mention. Sorry to cut you off, Tony. And that is the art school, Rhode Island School of Design, or RISD for short, which is a famous school for A, great art, B, the Talking Heads, the band came from there, and their team name are the Nads.
Yeah, I did read the Nads because I read that they made that name specifically as a mockery to
sports.
Yeah. So, I mean, I give them all the credit in the world if they're going to go that way. I mean, if you haven't looked up their mascot, do yourself a favor and Google that.
Again, not at work.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it at work, but do yourself a favor. It's pretty fantastic.
It's
Feel free to
better
Google
than
Dirtbag. I bet you'll get some interesting results.
Right.
It's better than Stanford's tree.
Yeah, that thing's pretty bad.
Although, oh man, another one that I forgot to mention just dawned on me: Ball State.
Yeah, I just in general.
I wanted to go to Ball State.
Ball State Nads. That's what they should be called.
Yeah, they should try and
They
get
got
that name.
shafted. Screwed out
I
on
just
a lot
think,
of stuff.
yeah, their president should really get sacked.
Yeah, probably.
We're
Don't hang your head too high, though.
oh, man.
All right, let's choke this off, shall we?
Yeah. Till we're blue
Well,
in the
we're
face.
kind of keeping a theme here if we're going to go down this route. Because my number 1 was the Chattanooga Central High School Purple Pounders.
What is that?
I have no idea
One-eyed, one-horn flying purple.
It's got one eye, all right.